Mr. Kumar, several CEOs of India's state-owned banks are being probed. Is corruption rampant within the Indian banking system?
So it is very important even for the probe agencies and the public also to understand that we have to distinguish between the genuine commercial decisions and judgments which might have gone wrong, and if any decision has been taken with certain malafide or there is evidence of wrongdoing, then it is a different matter. But I won't say that the corruption has been such an endemic phenomena in the Indian banking industry. But because of the NPLs, the large losses which have been incurred by the public sector banks, so many decisions are being looked into. And I'm sure that once the investigations are complete, only then we would know the truth.
There have been quite a number of cases. Is it impacting the morale of bankers?
It is natural, because one is that if any probe is initiated against anyone, then it does have impact not only the morale of the person who is being investigated, but down the line also across the decision makers. There is a concern, and that does impact the decision making. This is a fact, this is a reality, and at the same time there has to be accountability in the system. So ultimately the question is that between the requirement to fix the accountability and to ensure that the system works in a very fair and transparent manner, and there are no wrongdoers in the system, which is not good for any system, and more so for the financial system.
So there is an impact on the morale of the bankers. How about impact on operations and business? Do you expect perhaps to see loan growth being hurt?
No, one is that everybody is in business. So there is a requirement to grow the business. Bankers' main job is to take deposit and to lend money. What it will do is that one is definitely the decision making may be impacted. It may become slower. The positive side would be that when taking decisions, people will be more careful. One, what is important is that the rationale behind the decision making has to be properly documented.
In terms of bad loans, that's still looming large, $210 billion in bad loans. Why is it still such a huge problem, and why is it that the goalposts keep changing?
So I don't see that the goalpost is changing. One is that as I said, the recognition part, and in the last 2 years, the recognition part is almost complete. Rather, I should not be using the word almost. For State Bank of India, I can say for sure that last year by March, we have recognized all our NPLs. There were certain dispensations available where even if the asset was stressed but was allowed to be kept standard in certain circumstances. So even those dispensations are no more available. So that's why we are seeing some elevated NPS. And but this year, I am very hopeful that the NPL number, both in terms of gross as well as net, it will come down.